Okay, hello everybody. We're going to start in a few seconds over here. I'm here with Kim Jordan. Hey Kim. We have a few more seconds. No, just get jump into an 8:30 somehow. Welcome everybody. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Good that we take Facebook ads part 2. Hey Fariel. For joining. Hey Mariam, thanks for joining. Couple of seconds over here. Let's log in. We're gonna start. Thanks everybody for joining us today, Thursday. I'm here with Kim Jordan. Almost 6 feet apart. Okay, let's just jump into it. Hey everybody. Matt, hello. Okay, I will come back to this party afterwards. So, hey everybody, thanks for joining. Again, appreciate that. We're going to go over today and share some kind of creative ideas how to promote your business through Facebook ads. And creative ideas, meaning we're going to share some samples with you, right? And we're going to go into the platform as well to show you how it's being done as a reminder. But basically, it's going to be just a lot of sharing samples and give you insight of what you can do if you have a listing, if you don't have a listing. Once again, how you can generate business. As a matter of fact, the main goal is to create an ad that will attract the curiosity of the viewer, like it was you, that will make you, that's kind of cool. I want to click on that and see what that is, right? So that's pretty much the main goal today. And once again, thanks everybody for joining. See more friendly faces. Hey Rachel, hey Christine, hey Kim, she's writing next to me. Alex, hey Alex, Hava, hello. So thanks for joining. So let's jump into that. And just as a reminder, the first thing I'm going to show you is it's on the live. As a reminder, I'm going to show you right button over here, campaigns, just to how to set up the campaign, the 101 really quickly. And here on the top right, create new campaign, social ad, those are the paid ads. And then here at the top, name of the campaign, whatever it is that you want to make it. And here you're going to choose, like, what is your goal? Your goal is to advertise a listing, right? Promote a listing from the MLS, find buyers, promote a listing and find buyers, right? And attract listings, find sellers who are looking for agent, attract buyers, etc. Right? Or you have maybe other goals over here. You can customize whatever you want, right? And after you chose the goal, you can click on choose your Facebook and then set up campaign. And based on what it shows, it's going to take you to the next step or steps accordingly. That's where you're going to set up all the good stuff. And then on the top right, after everything is done, and you chose your budget, you're going to publish campaign. Okay? So let's jump for a minute to see some real examples. And I will have to... I don't have anybody on my blue jeans to give me the thumbs up. give me a second to see if I can see it on my screen right now. I just want to see. Oh, okay, there it is. Now you see the KW command guides, campaigns. This is something I showed in the past, and I'm going to share the direct link after the session on the Facebook broadcast. So you're going to have it, or in the Blue Jeans if you're here. So you're going to have that PDF, all those samples. Unfortunately, those are not typed. This is not typed text. This is more of a screenshot of images, so you cannot just copy paste what's written there. You will have to retype it in your ads. But okay, it's not not too long or too bad. So the first sample, right, is talking about the creating a curiosity for the consumer to ask why rent when you can buy. That's pretty much the punchline, right? And here it's just right over here, as you can see, why rent when you can buy for basically the same price? Question mark, right? And over here it says affordable 2-bedroom condo, blah blah blah. So basically they are promoting a listing or a specific condo, but read the first punchline once again. It says, why rent when you can buy for basically the same price? Question mark, right? And then you can add maybe another one-liner is learn how to pre-qualify for a new investment, right? Or learn how to ... whatever you can think of. You don't want to make it too long. And as you can see over here, in this specific, this is Blake's ad. I'm going to show once again more samples. There's no bleeding, okay? Meaning after he says like why rent, and at the very end, photos and location, and then there's those emojis. They're not like 3 dots. If he had those 3 dots, it means that he has more text. I'm sure example afterwards. It means that the viewer, let's say you in this specific case, will have to click to read more. You don't want it to happen because you want to have those one-liners that will create like enough curiosity. It's like, I want to know how to, whatever, right? And also here, what they did, they playing psychology on the person, whoever they're targeting in this specific case of why rent when you can buy, right? So think about yourself. If some of you out there renting and not owning, or someone that rent and don't own yet, right? So you think about it. Why should I pay this person's mortgage versus paying my own mortgage, etc., right? Get all the tax benefits, etc., etc., etc. So this is a beautiful example of what it can do. Now you cannot really see over here because this is not a live feed, but there are 3 pictures over here. You always want to do at least, well, you don't always want to do, but if you want to have something more interactive, I would recommend either to put a video over here or maybe some kind of like a GIF, like something that will make some movement or whatever. Once again, I'm going to show those examples and where to find those things, and maybe or at least 3 pictures. You can do 3, you can do more. Don't do too much because you want to leave room for curiosity, and don't do only 2 because it's gonna be like too much of back and forth, and people are gonna lose interest. 1 picture is good as well if you have something really meaningful, right? Especially if you are promoting a property of some kind. If you have like that kind of a look at this beautiful picture, right? So, but make it kind of like interactive, so it's going to capture more curiosity. Kim, anything to add?
Yeah, no, just what you pointed out. You don't want to add too many pictures. It just gets boring. And if you do have multiple pictures to load, it's always fun to not put all the best pictures. Leave something like the kitchen or the backyard so that they have an idea of something to ask you about. Leave them curious. And then you'll talk about the button too, right?
Yeah, I'll get into that later on. I'm going to show an example. I just want to show more examples. And hey, Hava, hello, Jeremy, Daniel, Todd, not Ted, Rebecca. Hey guys, thanks for joining. I just see your names popping up, so appreciate it. let's see more examples over here. By the way, here what you can see, okay, is the actual breakdown of what they added in every specific field. So here in the campaign name, that's, Hollywood Boulevard, that's where this specific property is. Renter, right? Attract buyers, you see, because they want people to buy naturally. And add text. This is the very bottom. So if you go here, you can see it over in the preview, but on the ad itself, what's going to pop up, you're going to see at the bottom over here, under the learn more, there's additional text. So that's this one, right? So it's more additional like instructions what to do. I think this is this actually too much text, because you can see he's repeating the same message, right? But so he already said over here, why rent when you can buy, and then over here, why rent when you can buy, but click over here to learn more. So always just a punchline. Click here to learn more, or text this number, something like that. Like you want to encourage them in different words to say, now, viewer or whatever, I want your information. So do this and do that. This is why when the embedded commands should come in place, right? So click here to learn more. Text this number to get more information, etc., etc. Okay, this is a bit overselling. You got the point. Headline. The headline is where you see this in the bold part over here, right? Clean, simple. You cannot, bleed for sure. Don't make it too long. Don't make it two liners for sure, right? It does show the price. Maybe you wouldn't show the price, because then you're missing opportunity. Like someone's gonna say, like, there's, someone who's looking to buy for $800,000 will not go to look for $1.2 million house, right? So maybe they're not gonna click on these ads. But if you're gonna say, why rent when you can buy? Look at this beautiful view in Hollywood, and so the person who you're targeting that specific area is gonna say, like, wow, I want to buy this. That's another lead for you, and you can sell 800,000 condo for someone, which is okay too, right? So, hey Penny, thanks for joining. So let's keep on going over here. Headline, description. Okay, so anyway, this is the basic stuff that you can keep adding, and you can see add media, as I mentioned, three images. This is like another actually great third image of a floor plan in that specific case. So whatever you have, and that's the portion that he added. The page, Facebook lead gen form, learn more, right? KW command didn't really give us options to customize this button yet. Call to action. Hopefully they will at one point. Because I think there's, once again, stuff, learn more. What if I don't want to learn more, right? Mm-hmm. So just to capture their attention to engage. So that's going to should be customizable, but it's not yet. And then
there's a couple, but not this applies more than the others.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'll show you afterwards once again. And then follow up URL. So here in this specific case, as you can see, in this specific great example, what Blake did is a link to his website, right? Which, by the time they got here, they pretty much gave him the lead, the information, because they had to go to the capture page to get there. We're going to talk about what you should put in this destination URL and what is your goal as well, right? Like how to increase your chances to get more of an engagement, because it is very important as well, right? So I'm going to skip this portion, which is very important, just to give you more examples. Then I'm going to go back to ad targeting. So far, it's the basic stuff. And feel free, guys, if you're, watching right now live, type in your questions, like, hey, can you go back to this, or what about this or that, and whatever. I'll go back. Hey, Ida, thanks for joining. So let me show more samples. Kathy, so let's just read this together. In this current climate, it is difficult to see homes. We have you covered. Go on a virtual tour of this West Hollywood home without leaving your couch. Click Learn More for digital access, right? And if I had, same thing you see over here, no bleeding, 3 pictures most likely. Same thing over here. She did put a price. I recommend not to put a price because we want to have more engagement. And I'm okay to capture someone who's not looking for 3.5, but looking for 500,000 even, because it's another funnel for you. It's going to build your pipeline. And this is the call to action at the very bottom, right? So there's some duplication over here as well. So it's up to you how you want to, you can test and try different aspects of it. 3 images and here, what you did over here is a virtual tour page. And look at the URL. It's pages.kw.com. And so this is actually a very specific page that a single website page that they built in Command, right? That has the virtual tour, which is very easy to do. I can show an example if you want. It's also like a lead gen form, pretty much, right? So it's almost the same as going to directly to your website, but the website is, if it's not a specific page in a website, it's kind of losing the concept of have interaction unless you want to promote your website, right? So this page is a very specific landing page, right? Let's jump to another example. George Morales. Find motivated sellers now. Browse homes for sale that have had price reductions in the last week. Find a great deal and start your search by clicking Learn More, right? And same thing, 3 images. As you can see, those snapshots are from his, look like it's the consumer app. I'm almost positive. And 3 images as well. If I'm going to scroll down, he called his search reduced price search. And same thing, you see the capture page to see exactly where, that's what, they built. And it doesn't show the images over here, but yeah, it's just 3 images. So it's, same concept. And, well, they actually built, they built the page. I would assume that they're actually going to go to promote this app, but they probably should build a page just for that, technically, okay? Another example, Kathy again. Oh, here's the app, okay? The new Keller Williams app is search experience like no other. Maybe there's some type over here, no? The new Keller Williams app is search experience like no other. A home search is more than a zip code, neighborhood, blah, 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 okay? And then there are some images over here. Do you know those images? It looks familiar. So if you go into designs, those are the images from there. Those are all Instagram size as well, which you can easily fit in as a box. I'll show you a couple of examples later on. But what she's doing is just promoting her app, right? So follow-up destination should be your KW download page, KW app. Same thing over here. So this is another one that I found online. It's a bit longer than the average 3 dots. So what, if I remember correctly, get here. Okay, you see those 3 dots over here? That's where it ends. If you're actually just looking at the ad, like this portion over here, and then those 3 dots, it's what you see over here, and then you have to keep, to click to open the window to read the rest of this text. But I thought it's like a really cool thing. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to show you, to capture the image of the of what the picture they had over here. It's a GIF. It's kind of like a moving thing. You have like this, like, really looks like a friendly COVID purple virus moving right and left and whatever. And next to it, it says, real estate, should I buy? Question mark, right? And the purple bubble says like COVID-19, right? So it's like, if you're sitting right now and you're looking at this ad and you're thinking, should I buy or whatever it is, and then it says, get you 100% free in your 5 tips to selling your home during COVID-19 times. Let's face it, real estate, COVID-19, question mark, whatever. So many questions, so much uncertainty, Like, yeah, that's kind of, talks to me right now. I mean, I'm in distress or uncertainty and confusion. Let's click on it. And then, it keeps on talking about whatever objections and whatever, a lot of questions, creating doubts and everything. So this person over here is doing a good job to work on to reverse engineer the psychology they're doing on the consumer, right? And then, as a auto faith and whatever, no, you don't have to register. Simply click, below and whatever, reach out anytime. I'm here to help, etc. Right? And what they did fail to do, you don't see it over here, but it goes to their website. So it's a dead end. And what they also did over here, by the way, let's just go back up, destination. There's use Facebook Legion form and use a site or landing page. What they did over there, they went straight to a site and they put the agent website. Bab, you out. Because I clicked on it and I went to the website and then it's just the website. Like there's nothing there. It's like a dead end pretty much, right? So no good. You have to be smart once again to create those little figure of speech traps to capture the lead, right? Now, if you do something that is only brand awareness, like you want to, keep those, ongoing ads on specific farm area or whatever, right? I mean, virtual farm, just for brand awareness, that's fine. It's like going to the mall, 3rd floor, and throw your flyers from the 3rd floor. Whoever's catching it or not catching it, or maybe they say, like, what is that thing? Oh, okay, cool. They're going to throw it away. So that's just to spam people with your data, brand awareness. But it leads to, like, there's no expectations besides just to know that, this is me. That's what they try to do over here, maybe, but it's such a good content that really capturing the attention of the person that they drop the ball on the how they could end this. Could be like a really, cool legion for sure, besides engagement, right? So, hey, Rich Bennett. Hey, Leslie. Thanks for joining. So I gave you some examples. I hope that so far it was good. I'm going to show a few more. I hope that was cool. So once again, before jumping into the how to do it once again, just as a refresher, I want to show you a few more things. Let me see if I can go back here and So I think that's. Give me a second because I look at I'm watching the Facebook as well, so I see when the screen changes, and I don't think it went to the right one. Oh, okay, yeah, here it is. Perfect. Okay, so just to show you where you can find stuff, right? So I'm gonna start from the back. Let's say command in designs don't have everything, right? So here I went over here and I just Google search real estate, COVID, GIF, right? And let me just do it from the beginning so like you see how I do it. It's like giving you the end result. So I'm just going over here to Google search. And by the way, that's relevant for the last example I showed you, right? So it's a really powerful. And once again, if you joined just recently, I'm going to share the link with you guys to the PDF with all those samples so you can copy it and understand how to build like step by step, very easy. By the way, thanks Blake. He's our Ford Living regional tech director, and he's doing a great job to share resources and if you were part of his training. So shout out to Blake. So here I Google search real estate COVID GIF, and here I'm going to go to images. So you see like tons of images, and like, oh my God, this is crazy, but I'm looking for this, this moving stuff, right? So I don't know if moving stuff is a definition, right? Don't quote me on that professionally. So I'm going to click on tools over here, and Here, by the way, those things are magic. Don't be afraid to explore even how things that you always use, but you never really explore further because you have more of a layer of things that you can analyze and get more resources. So here on the type, you see I'm doing only clip art, which is or GIF, only the moving, images, right? So this is the GIF, or if I'll do a clip art, you see? So I'm getting those things. I'm like, okay, but it's not moving, right? Well, you have to click on each one to see what it does. So I click on this one, look on the right, top right. It's like a preview. You see what's happening? Oh, that's too nasty. I'm not going to use that one. It's too strong, right? Let's look at this one, breaking news. Earth is moving. That's kind of cool. So maybe if you have something that you want to announce, right? About real estate or whatever, think about that. Is that going to make you click on the link if you see something like that, right? And funny enough, I actually lost the image I had earlier, which was kind of cool in my example, but that's okay. Let me see if I can go back. But that's pretty much what I do when I'm searching for relevant images to share. Let me see if it's going to bring up the image I brought up earlier. Like I would use the one that I prepared earlier. No, it doesn't come up. That's fine. Doesn't matter. So pretty much that's how you can search online images like that. That's number one. Number two is I want to show like another sample ads. So this is a GIF of a screenshot that they did. Maybe it goes too fast. I tried to send this link as well to you guys. Let's see if I can. If I go here, if it's gonna open the thing, so you can save it as a sample. Yes, perfect. I'm gonna send to you guys in a second. And there's no way to pause it, but this guy's doing a really good job promoting new homes. Okay, you see, this is where actually, if you click on it, this is the Facebook capture page, the lead page. You see that? So someone click on the ad, whatever, and it's going to take you to this step over here. Bam! This is the lead capture. This is very important that you want someone to get there. Now, here's a tip for you. It's not a secret, unless you didn't know about it. Research in your area or areas, any price point, doesn't really matter. New homes developments, like tract homes, can be condos, can be maybe even apartments, right? That they have leases, and a lot of them right now giving incentives to agents, homes as in single family, whatever. Call the leasing office or the sales office and say, hey, do you work with agents? Yes, of course, yes, in most cases. Great. Can I promote your property? Sure. Do you have anything you can share with me, like a website, pictures, whatever? Sure, here it is. In almost all the cases, they do it, 99% of the cases. And as you know, some of you out there close new home sales. When you bring a buyer to buy a new home in a tract home or whatever, or development, there's nothing much that you do. You pretty much handing out the buyer to them, and then do all the work. You just picking up the check if it's a flat fee of $30,000, $50,000, $30,000 or $50,000 or whatever price of the commission. In most cases, so ask the permission to promote their property and build even dedicated website to that with command, whatever it is. So just an idea. Some of our agents in the Calabasas office for sure, as far as I remember, doing it or did it, and it works. So quick question, Christine. Isn't there a copyright? Yes, Christine, there's a copyright. Depends for what? To what? So you can go and search like, GIF, free GIF, no copyrighted or whatever. But those are not, in most cases, those are not pictures that someone took of a house or whatever. It's just like animated pictures. So double check, but in most cases, those images are not copyrighted. So but do your own research. Okay. So that's one tip. And I'm going to share with you guys on the Facebook, if it's going to let me. It doesn't let me copy paste. That's not cool. We'll try again. There we go. So now I just shared right now the image of that sample that I'm just showing you right now. Okay. So that's one thing. the same thing. Another one, I took a screenshot of another ad. And over here it says, coming soon, brand new single family home in whatever. Same concept. You see, this is just a clean way of, it's a community of whatever. Same idea of how to promote new development. Over here, as you can see, it's only like one picture, and it goes to his website, but that could be also a website of that specific property. Never direct, or I shouldn't say never direct. You shouldn't direct the consumer or the lead that you want to capture to outside the website. It always need to end up in your website, either the one that is yours, even if there's no engagement, but maybe just like brand awareness, or in a lead capture, in additional lead capture page, like the app or something they can download or communicate with you, etc.
That's a good headline too. Makes them feel like they're signing up for something.
Yeah, and of course, also as you can see, the branding over here. This is this Ryan Holmes Facebook page logo, right? This image, so it looks very clean, very professional. Let me see if I can send this to you as well. So you're gonna have another example because I don't have those in my PDF. Question from hey Lawrence, hey Faye, hey Joanne, Alex. Question: is this being recorded as well in case we're missing something? Yes, Alex. Facebook Live by default recording the sessions. So anytime when you KW shares and you go to the video section of it, you can see all the recordings. And then also, that's because you asked, and today is Thursday, we have Thursday special, and I'm going to share with you a link if I'll find it. I found it. Here it is. And if you want to go back, because we've been doing those. This is not it. We've been doing virtual for almost 2 years. Actually, 2 years now, right? So I just send the link. Click on it. You can do it later, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And everything is there. Going 2 years back is recorded, or at least I'm not sure if the material is actually. At least from last year for sure, and going into this year. Okay, so thanks for asking. So let me see. Okay, should we just do an example, Kim?
Sure. I mean, unless you want to give few more ideas. I see on Facebook we have a diverse group, some very seasoned and some new.
Okay.
Maybe the top 1 or 2 ideas that a new agent who doesn't have a listing might want to promote, like KW Concierge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%.
Maybe a market snap image taken from command. They're good things, good content to talk about.
Yeah. So you should see my command page right now. I'll see in a second if you see the command. But you see over here in command, just to make sure that you're aware, if you go to designs, this is the inventory, the massive inventory of graphics. Back to your question, Christine, copyrighted. So here you can do things without worrying about any of that. So you see if you go over here and I want to create bottom right plus a quick social. By the way, look at the icons. They changed them since yesterday. Looks a bit different today. Social next. Give it a minute. Yeah, you see, this is brand new, by the way. They just keep doing changes. So here, I remember the sample, one of the samples, the ad that I showed you. Here are the images from here. You see, that's where she took them from. She didn't even modify any of them. Actually, maybe besides the DBA. So, one click over here, use. It's going to open the platform, and then that's it. Change the DBA over here, right? On the left, you can, if you upload your own logos or go to the company logos, up here, top left, and then KW, and then you see you can change whatever DB is. It's just drag and drop to the whatever space. Look, done deal. Easy. I finished. So this is like one thing you can do. Or here's an idea. Okay, let's say once again, like you don't have your own deals, inventory, whatever, right? Number one, ask someone's permission. Hey, something like I just showed you and told you a few minutes ago, when you go to those new homes or whatever, it's for their incentive to let you promote their stuff, because you're going to get them buyers, and they want to sell the project, right? So go to someone who has a listing in the area that you are targeting, or price point, or whatever that it is that you want to promote, and ask the permission. Hey, is that okay to promote your listing for me to find buyer? I plan to do to capture leads online. And let's say the person is going to say yes. And fantastic. So you can build those ads, as I mentioned to you, and do your own landing page. There it's going to be disclosed automatically that this listing is by whatever, and you can also add that, courtesy of, give the person a shout out. I mean, why not, right? The fact that someone even got there in the social media ads, you capture the information, so you can go out and engage right away. And so yeah, so you can do that as well. So you don't have to have your own listing to promote someone else's listing. Ask the permission. And what else you can do is to once again, how can you create a bait, right, that will be interesting enough for the consumer, or whoever you're targeting, that you want to bite it, right? So those questions that are usually starting with how to, or did you, did you know, or whatever it is, usually creating engagement, right?
Less about self-promoting, more about what kind of value can you give them.
Yeah, it's once again, one thing in professional brand marketing, a lot of people missing out, especially in real estate industry. I mean, it's actually the most common mistake. They're missing out what the consumer really wants, right? Because, and I'm not saying this from I'm not criticizing anything or anybody, excuse me, but think about this. When you promote something, what do you promote in most cases? Yourself, your brand, right? Or you see out there a lot of those, I am the agent this, I'm the agent that, realtor. It doesn't really talk to the consumer directly, because the consumer might be thinking about what's in it for me, either selfishly or of the moment. Once again, think about yourself right now, right? You're sitting at your house and you're thinking, what do you click on, right? Is it Amazon pop-ups that after you look for something, or is it something else, news related, or what capture your attention, right? Another question. Hey, Carmen.
Offering her listing.
Penny, if someone needs a listing to promote, please call me. I need all the eyes I can get on 12031 Weatherby. I hope I pronounced it right. Road. Penny, you're a doll.
Awesome.
Penny's amazing. She's one of our precious coastal agents. Thank you, Penny. That's class act right there. So once again, what kind of message you can give or put out there that someone's going to say, I want to know, right? And the images are very powerful. Think about you guys as well. You're scrolling through Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Snapchat. Kim has all those stuff. She's TikToking all day long. And then you scroll, so you're like, boom, what is that? I want to see that, right? Now, I'm not saying you should use the same images or whatever, right? But think about what's the right word, Kim? Captivating or just really get your attention the same way, right?
Mm-hmm.
So here, just another cool stuff that you can use is neighborhood snaps, either for listings, because the language here is for sellers, or same thing for, this is language for buyers, right? And then, you can do once again the Facebook image, which is like, a bit different than the Instagram side. It's more like a cube, right? And you can click on one of them and, click on this one, use over here, and just modify that. Modify that image. You see, boom, logo, company, or if you have from your specific office, right? This is the writer I have, so you can see that, right? Picture yourself in West Hills, beautiful picture of this family, and here on the right you want to change this information to West Hills, of course. So once you click on this image, it's gonna you have to go to KWLS, and you see if you still clicking on the image over here or something else, sometimes, you see, like on the logo, KWLS disappeared because you're not in the right field. So make sure that you're clicking on the right field that you want to change or modify. Then KWLS, which is the KWLS listing system, this is our MLS, it's going to open up. Then here you can search for a specific listing, or in this specific case, I want to find a snapshot of a neighborhood. And I brought West Hills as a sample. So West Hills, California, search, let's just do CA to be more specific, and look at that. I have a few areas in West Hills. So if I just want to, advertise the entire West Hills or West Hills East or whatever, I just click on West Hills overall, and then those images are going to open up. You see, different images based on different designs. This is the one that fits on the right. I'm just going to drag and drop. It's going to exchange, and look at the right, West Hills, whatever, all the stats. Boom, easy. Right click on the top, download the image, I'm done. Right? Then I can go and post it on Instagram, whatever. And then what you want to do, or back to the Facebook ad. and what you want to do is, create, here, it says over here, picture yourself in West Hills. Now, by the way, as a side note, there's too much text over here. Too much text, maybe, to my opinion, but at the same time, maybe it's not. You have some data that you're sharing, so that could be kind of cool. The price point suggests that, if the average sales price is $721, or average sold price $650, I'm like, oh my God, I can be a homeowner for like $650 or whatever it means, right? That could be also a powerful message. But on the message or the text, you can say, can you picture yourself living in West Hills? ? Okay. Or did you ever dream about owning your own home and live in West Hills ? For example, that whatever you want to message. So, and once again, this is the message that I'm sitting right now on the couch or standing next to it, and I'm like, someone is asking me, hey, did you ever picture yourself? Well, so that's a real question for the consumer versus, I'm not pointing out, I'm not saying it's not a good thing to mix as well. Instead of like, I'm number one agent in West Hills, click over here. Well, I'm not interested because you're not selling many dreams. You're just stating that you're number one in something. Good for you, right? I'm just a Joe that don't care about, about agents, but I have dreams, and maybe the different message will help me out. Okay. Anything to add, Kim?
No, I think that's good. And also, I think this particular image we chose was Instagram. So if we chose a Facebook image, it might be stretched out a little bit, and it won't look so busy.
Yeah, that's a good comment too, right? Yeah, so once again, there's a tons of different home value images over here, for different website. You see, and you also have to be wise about the times that we're going through, and not just right now specifically, anytime. So one of the few examples I showed you was like, very virtual this or COVID-19 or whatever it is, right? That, like you wouldn't use that the same language, 3 months ago, or hopefully we're not going to use it like in 6 months from now, right? But my point is, think about the moment we live in, and maybe right now with all this but you have to be very cautious, right? All this like stress right now and the sensitivity that's happening, the tension in the country, what kind of message you can deliver that is a very neutral, nourishing, peaceful, upbeat. I want to help. I want to unite. I want to contribute type of message while you're saying, hey, I'm the realtor of choice, so I bring that kind of value. Don't ask me for examples, but I'm just giving you some idea. And once again, there's this thing. It's called Google, with different accent or whatever you want to pronounce it, and you can find everything. Just type in what is the best message today to use, blah blah blah. You're gonna have crazy stuff coming up and everything. Just giving you some ideas, right?
Yeah.
So let's just Kim. Anything else?
Nope. No. Let's show them how to do it.
So yeah, just step by step. Once again, we've done this before, and you can go back to the classes that we taught in the past to see the. We had a class I think last week. We really did like a step by step. And I just need to move the screen over here. Create new campaign. It's paid ads, and let's say let's just call it like buyer West Hills. Okay, I'm picking on the West Hills, and I want to get attract buyers. Facebook, set up campaign. Okay, so if I'm going to click on the first one, you can see I can change that afterwards, right? If you want to, choose to change that to something else or whatever, you can do it over here. Close this. You can choose a specific listing. It's going to populate all the information over here, and of course, you have to ask the person to consent if you have one. If not, so let's try one over here. You see, you have to change all listings. I don't have any listings, and let's try this one.
You can also search by the person, by the agent.
That's right. Here it is. Is this the one? Yeah. Okay. So here's Penny as a listing. Okay. A great price, beautiful property. Select this one. So it's gonna right now populate all the data, all the information. Okay, and of course, by the way, on the name over here, you can actually, this is not Westfield, sorry, this is buyer, and you can write, the specific property, or maybe this is actually Rosmore, so you can type that area because I'm gonna generate a lead funnel for this whole area over here, right? And then, so this is the listing, and then add text. You see what it says on the right? It shows you the preview, so you see there's no bleeding. I would recommend to add some emojis here and there. It's just more interactive. Welcome home, great buying Rosemont. Da, 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 da. So now this is great. 1 second. This is Wish. Great. So this is more of a proper MLS, language, but to capture the attention, right? Maybe ever dreamed about living in, right? Did I misspell it? Sorry. Was double O, Rosmore, question mark. Okay. Welcome home, whatever. So, I'm not gonna build the whole text, but once again, I want to start with a question. I want to intrigue their desire to, to be with me, to think with, to go to this journey with me of thinking or doubting or questioning or hoping or whatever, wishing, right? So open with that. And of course, add a couple of, one of those good stuff over here, like a little house, right? Whatever you want to add, right? So that's that. And then headline, buy your first dream home. And description over here, Um, once again, I told you this is more of the, I recommend to more of embedded commands. Click on learn more to ... Okay, so embedded command, click on this to do that or to get that, whatever, right? Click on learn more. Actually, I'll do or text us directly. Okay, 562 whatever number, right? Save this one. You see there's a preview at the bottom right of this text, and then add media. Great picture, by the way, Penny. Good job. But once again, I want to make it interactive, so I want to add more pictures. Now, because from this one, I already added from existing listing, once I'm going to click on add more, it's going to open the inventory of this image, of this whole listing, right? If not, you can upload from the computer, etc. And you can see at the top, choose from listing or add images, add a video, whatever is capturing the attention of. So here, let's add one more picture. Let me choose, let's say, spacious, living area. I like it because, once again, people trapped in their home for the last couple of months, whatever. It's going to ask me to adjust it. So it's on the right over here on the preview. This is like a more of a long, stretch picture, like a wide picture. But, if you want to make it more like, like a square, you can do squarish. I'll keep it like wide because I want to show the space. It's a beautiful house, beautiful space. Save image, add another one. So at least 3 images. For sure, backyard. It's a massive backyard, or at least it looks like it. I want to show the backyard and everything. Once again, someone like want to think, imagining their spacious house and whatever. And you can even add on the text. Ever dream about living in Rasmore? A spacious house and spacious backyard. ... Learn more. Click below. So over here, and the Facebook ad over here. Once again, use Facebook Legion form. Oh, I have to choose a page, of course. So I'll choose let's say my page. Look at the top right. It's going to change to my thing over here. And if you have your own page, great. By the way, what you can do is to go and create, right? You're going to go to your Facebook for a minute and create a new page. I don't think you can do it over here. You cannot. Create Rasmore Living, Rasmore Real Estate, Rasmore first-time home buyers, whatever you want to call it. So it can come from like a neutral page, not just from like a specific person. So you're going to have potentially more interaction. It's called, by the way, it's called blind ad. That's the professional definition for if that doesn't come from a person. It's more of a blind ad from like a entity or etc. Not entity, sorry, like a community page or just a general page. So then I'm going to come here, use Facebook Legion form, right? And you can do like sign up or apply now. You see the bottom right; those things have changed. But in this specific case, this is the call to action: learn more. In here, the destination URL. You either can, once again, build this like one, and I'm going to do it right now, one, single property capture page with that specific property, and you're at the bottom capture the database, so people can like take a look and, this is kind of cool. I want to learn more, or contact me, etc. Or you can add a link to here to your website, whatever you desire. And let me just choose something. You see when you click on choose site, it's going to open all of your, maybe that's my app. So let's say that this is, that was like an old one. This is like the property lead page. And then here, you can customize the ad. You can customize it based on criteria. And once I'm going to share with you in a few minutes, the page, you can see like there's a lot of examples of what kind of targeting you can do. You can do it. You can also do like a broad by radius. I think the minimum is like 15 miles, 1.5. Right? If you click on this one, it's going to give you the option. So you cannot go under. If I do like 15, for example, and I'll try to go under, it won't let you go under. It's doing funky stuff right now for a second. It won't let you go under 15, but you can go above 15. Okay. So based on specific location. And of course, here you can change all the interests in this specific area. I'm going to once again share with you examples so you can see. I'm just going to do like based on, once again, a specific radius. In this specific case, I guess, change to 17 miles. And just close it. Or I guess 20 miles by default, Kim.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then save Facebook ad. And then on the target, on the budgeting, once again, you click over here and you just change it, the time frame. I recommend, 5-day duration, about that, maybe 7 days max.
Test it out.
Yeah, test it out, 5-day, I put $20 in it. So $4 a day, save this one. And then here's the cool thing. You see like what you can do. Let's say that you want to change those images to a video. The same text, exactly the same thing. So you can do it in a save as a draft. Yes. And this is the last thing I'm going to show you guys, so bear with me. And you see when I go to paid ads, and by the way, just to show you something, I just finished an ad. I spent $20 on it. I didn't get too many leads actually, only 2. I had 40 clicks, so it's each click it's about 50 cents. But I reached out to almost 1,000 people for $20. It's not bad. Do the math. How much postcards will get you? Do you see this draft at the top by Rosmore? I misspelled Rosmore. So let's say you want to duplicate that. Let's say this is a running ad, or you want to do 2 at the same time as a draft. Click over here, duplicate campaign. So I'm going to click on duplicate and customize. It's going to open the exact same campaign. What I'm going to change over here is the buyer, which I misspelled Rosmore, and then over here I'm going to put video. Okay, I want to do the exact same thing. I'm just going to show like this cool trick. Save this one, and here instead of the media, instead of the picture, what I'm doing, I'm going to add a video, and I'm going to select from this campaign, and I don't have one, so I'm going to click on neighborhood video. I'm going to click on create new video. I'm going to choose Rosmore. It's going to open up in California. Didn't find it. Why? Why did I find this? Penny, can you maybe type in which area, excuse me, Rosmore is? I'm not sure if it's like, because next door is feeding from, KW feeds from, oh, it's because I misspelled it. Good job on me. At least I found what sorry, can't spell. There we go. Okay. So I'm guessing here, Rosmore, Los Alamitos. I guess that's the area that I want to choose, right? So I clicked on this one, and look what it pulls. Average home price 1.32, right? Penny's listing, for example, is like 1.2 something, right? So right away, the consumer sees like, that's gonna be a good price. It's like under market value, or average sales price, whatever. It pulls all the data for you automatically. Yes. And then neighborhood features. So let's say you can choose up to 3. So let's say in this specific area, trendy eats. Yeah, cool. Daytime, I don't know what that means. Leisure, fine. Handmade culture, let's say it's not. Let's say like those people in that area love animals. Great. Edit information, that's your information over here. Market center. Next. Give it no more than 10 seconds. It's going to build this beautiful, beautiful video, super powerful, that will promote the specific area in Rosmore, and we'll show the lifestyle, the average sales price, and everything. And it once again, it takes no more than 10 seconds, hopefully, and it's gonna be made for you guys, and you can use it like from within this whole thing. Bam, there it is. Okay, so I can click on save and post video. Let me try to run for you. It might be lagging because it's still uploading, but play. Welcome to Osmore. June 4th, which is today. I promised it's going to lag for a second. Yeah. Average sales price. Okay, price per square feet, etc., etc., etc. 23 homes. So it's going to break down all those stats for you in this really cool video. I didn't really do it. It was done for you. At the very end, that's your business card, and that's it. Okay, so there it is. And look on the right-hand side. This is a preview of how the ad is going to look like. Right? And it's a video, so it's engaging as well. So there's way more engagement to a video than images. Okay, so save this one. So once again, why did I do it? Same campaign, same budget, same configuration, etc. Maybe same targeting, just for you to know that you can duplicate the same ad, but with a different content or small adjustments, and then you can measure which one is performing better. So you know for the next one, what you can do. Okay, so with that, don't go anywhere. Hold on, relax. 1 second. Let me go for a second and share with you the link to the PDF with all the content. I want you to have it. So give me a second. I'm just going to open it up over here. And maybe Kim can tell you a story by the time I'm going to find it.
I have a question for you. Do you recommend when they create a video like that to maybe round up the price point so that it's not a silly cents, just round it up so it's 0.00?
Great point. Yes, you could. You can, slightly adjust the numbers. Don't change the numbers to a number that it's not realistic for sure. And you know what? Even just to be safe, go to your MLS and pull the data, okay, to make sure that it's current, because maybe what the KWLS is pulling is not 100% accurate. So just make sure that you have the right data for sure. But yeah, make it more user friendly, not like with a sense, right? Yeah. And here it is. I just sent you right now on the Facebook chat, the broadcast, the link to the PDF that I showed you at the beginning, so you can take that and have samples and everything. So that's all we have. Thanks everybody for watching, and I appreciate you sharing. Thanks Penny for being a good sport. And hey, Annette Wolf, good to see you. How are you? And stay safe, guys. Stay focused, and good things are happening. And yeah, we'll see you soon tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Amazing session with 3 top producers. The pandemic didn't really affect their business. If anything, some of them even sold more than before. Pretty interesting to do, conversations tomorrow. Great producers once again. So please tune in. You're gonna get emails and text reminders, and it's gonna be broadcast live on my personal Facebook page. So tomorrow 1 o'clock, check it out. Bye guys, stay safe.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye everybody. Thanks, Kim.